Our ReDo project, Redefining Digital Opportunities, is about the digital value creation logic. It is about creating digital services for the future and starting now. In ReDo project, 4 theoretical approaches are uniquely combined. For creating successful customer experiences in digital services, it is crucial to understand customers in their daily lives.
Understanding customer experience and value dimensions related to it is critically important for banks and other mobile service providers. It helps them to integrate into the customer's everyday value creation processes.
Facilitating conditions are needed, as digital service is not an island, but it should be integrated as a seamless part of the service offering. Thus, creating smooth customer journey between offline and online is important. For example, healthcare digital services, such as computerized cognitive behavioral therapies, can complement face-to-face encounters.
We have to learn now that sometimes less is more. We have learned to delegate some of the stuff we've used to do ourselves to other personnel and more to technologies.
Digitalization allows for enhancing the customer experience with customers' own data.
The role of customer data is changing. Usually it is only firms who have used customer data for their own processes, but nowadays there is increasingly different kind of ways how customer data can be also used for the benefit of the customer.
Reverse use of customer data. It's a very good finding and let's say a kind of guiding principle that we all should follow when making these new services in digital dimension.
One key challenge in customer data usage is the fact that how willing customers are eventually to share their own data with companies.
There needs to be digital revenue models to make it all worthwhile for the companies, and there needs to be real value to make it worthwhile for the customers.
What is now the latest trend and the most interesting in my eyes is true collaboration between the banks or so-called frenemies, that the bank and the fintech startups are actually building up something together. And as an example from Finland, OP started now the collaboration program where the idea is not to have a limited time and not to invest directly into the startups, but instead inviting the most promising startups into OP's collaboration program and working together with them. The main idea is truly try to figure out a way how the bank and the startup can work together and serve the customers better.
Multiple channels enable interactions between customers and companies, increasingly going mobile.
In the ReDO project, we studied over 1,000 mobile banking and mobile wallet applications users and found that the users really engaged with the apps, and that this so-called app engagement leads to positive outcomes such as better bank customer relationships.
This ReDo project was for us about studying data that clients have and we as a company have and how this all interacts. So we are really strict that it needs to be good for the whole society. These studies made us realize that in the end the best way is to be totally transparent and honest, independently in what channel you are. Through that people will get the best possible understanding on who you are and what you do.
ReDo-hankkeessa on tutkittu digitaalisten palvelujen arvonluontia, asiakaselämystä ja kokemusta näissä palveluissa sekä maksamisen, erityisesti mobiilimaksamisen uusia muotoja ja asiakaskokemusta. Hankkeen tulokset ovat erittäin merkittäviä ja jatkossa erittäin hyvin hyödynnettäviä.
In the future, I would see that the customers will be able to use several different services at the same time. The provider might be then a bank or a fintech startup or even a social media platform.
Our in-depth analysis of the emerging fintech sector shows that it's not about financial institutions and it's not all about technology. Hence, would like to encourage everybody to think about your customers' ecosystems, not your own.